Hi friends, good afternoon. Today is 22nd May 2022 and right now we are on 5th Avenue and 62nd Street, 61 and 62nd Street, and today is the Israel Parade. So I am a bit late, but I will try to make a video.
I'm Shira Copeland, family musician and lead singer of the band Shira and Friends. You can live stream Central Synagogue Shabbat services every week on Facebook. The Israel Parade is proud to welcome the Central Synagogue of Midtown Manhattan with Rabbi Angela Buchtal and Shira Copeland. We welcome to the Celebrate Israel Parade, Daniel Neidich and the Lamborghini. Daniel Neidich is a businessman, philanthropist, volunteer chief medical first responder, and an honorary New York State Fire Chief. He is also the president of River 2 Realty and the chairman of the Max Alexander Foundation.
Up Fifth Avenue, demonstrating strength, skill, and pride in their Jewish heritage, come the High Riders Motorcycle Club. Cousin Aryeh Moskowitz is there someplace. For over 20 years, these Jewish motorcyclists have dedicated their service to the Jewish community, and I'm proud to support the state of Israel. Riding safely while having the most fun possible on two wheels. Let's hear it loudly and proudly for the High Riders Motorcycle Club of New York and New Jersey.
York City, Westchester, and Long Island. Marching with the UJA float are the 92nd Street Y, Forest Hills Jewish Center, the Hebrew Educational Society, fellows from across the regions, meeting the Parade members.
UJA, let me hear you make some noise!
Hillel International is building the Jewish future. More than 100,000 students have traveled to Israel on Hillel-led trips. Today, Hillel-led students from across the U.S. are proud to be representing the future of the Jewish people and celebrating on Fifth Avenue. Baruch, Brandeis, Brooklyn College, College of Staten Island, Hillel's of Westchester, Queens College, City College, John Jay, Pace University, SBA, Florida, proud of their affiliation with Hillel International, leaders of tomorrow. Baruch.
Celebrate Israel Parade proudly welcomes Hillel International! Baruch, Brandeis, Brooklyn College, and so many more.
The Upper West Side Coalition is a group of organizations from the Upper West Side of Manhattan, organized by the UWS Israel Shlichut Program, a joint project by the Jewish Agency for Israel and UJA, New York Jewish Federation. The organizations are B'nai Yeshurun Synagogue, Congregation Rodef Shalom and School, Congregation Habonim, Lincoln Square Synagogue, Stephen Wise Synagogue, Roanoke, Anshe Hesed, and the New York Jewish Agenda. Upper West Side of Manhattan celebrates together again.
The Westchester Jewish Council of Westchester, the Synagogues and Organization of the Westchester Jewish Council, core partner of the UJA, are proud to be marching together again on Fifth Avenue in celebration of Israel. That's Shalom Synagogue, the Bell Synagogue, Congregation, Knesset, Tiferet Israel, Greenberg Hebrew Center, the JCC Mid-Westchester, Lincoln Park Jewish Center, Scarsdale Synagogue Temples, Tremont and Emmanuel, Sharei Tikva, Temple Beth Abraham, Temple Beth Shalom of Mohammed, Temple Israel Center of White Plains, Westchester Jewish Center, and the Yorktown Jewish Center. We proudly welcome the Westchester Jewish Council.
Fifth Avenue welcomes Westchester Day School. They proudly participate in the Celebrate Israel Parade together again. They are proud of Israel and the historical center of our people. Israel, the modern state, home to the gathering of Jews from around the world. Our people, our homeland. Westchester marches on.
The Celebrate Israel Parade proudly welcomes the LaBelle School. The LaBelle School is Westchester County's largest Jewish day school. Love of Israel is a core value of LaBelle. This past spring, over 300 students and faculty traveled to Israel on the school trip, and they are excited to celebrate Israel together again on Fifth Avenue.
Sephardic Heritage Alliance of Great Neck, New York. For 30 years, a dynamic organization of over 800 families in Great Neck, New York. They meet the evolving needs of the Persian Jewish community across generations. Promote its values, traditions, and Sephardic heritage. Develop partnerships with the local schools, synagogues, and Jewish organizations, supporters of Israel, and local governments. They are excited to be here today, celebrating Israel's 74th anniversary.
Celebrate Israel Parade is proud to welcome the Parade High School of Rose, New York. Parade High School celebrated its 90th birthday, almost as old as me, marching in the parade for decades, marching together again to support the state of Israel. Parade High School seniors traveled to Israel
leadership of our beloved PTA and our camera crew. Along comes the American flag.
Celebrate Israel Parade.
Rabbi Bar Nathan. Rabbi Bar Nathan not only teaches Torah and Gemara, but he leads our children with the largest American flag in the parade. This is Bracha Katz. Your children are here. This is
The one and only Parade is marching on Rock Avenue.
Harry Heidler. You lead with love. Is that Rabbi Nahum? Yes, waving his flag. And under the guidance are females. Under the guidance.
The one and only Maggie David Yeshiva.
Mora Nitza leaving.
Mora needs to be gone, but I will never forget
This
Maggie
is
David.
the Torah Freila marching in the parade. All my babies, thank you for showing your love to Eretz Yisrael. On Yisrael. Torah Yisrael. And this is our Red Gazdi. Okay, welcome.
The Celebrate Israel Parade is proud to have Maggie David Yeshiva.
This is Ethel Shalou, whose daughter Terry Shalou I have already greeted with love. We love Maggie David. You are a leader. This is Allison Amizar. Rabbi Cohn. Chazaku Baruch.
And once again, the Celebrate Israel Parade is proud to welcome Maggie David Yeshiva to Rock Avenue. Joey Salas is
High school. Chapter 1, leading the troops, Mrs. Sheva. David High School. You're all so grown up. Oh my God. Mag and David High School, our future leaders, our future Sephardic leaders of tomorrow. We love you. Mag and David High School, the most wonderful men in Brooklyn. Let's hear it from Mag and David. Thank you. I am not on seat check today. Mag and David High School, future leaders of the Sephardic community. Yes, even to cooling. I could. Hamiko. Oh my goodness. My wonderful babies, all grown up. Torah Umada.
the Holocaust Survivor Float, proudly sponsored by the Alyssa and Alan Hines and family, as well as the Sarna family. The Holocaust survivors reminds us that the Holocaust survivors
Yay!
and story of Savior. Happening in Israel before World War II might not have occurred. The float is a moving pedestal to honor these survivors. Holocaust survivors are here to remind us to never forget. All of us, the Claims Conference, Self-Help, and the organization and donors that helped this come to fruition are here for Holocaust survivors. We thank the float sponsored and the sponsors, the Alyssa and Alan Hansen family and the Sarna family for presenting this float at the Celebrate Israel Parade. Am Israel Chai, to peace, to good health, and we are here, and you, the survivors, are here to remind us. As a child of survivors, I'm happy you're here.
Coming up Fifth Avenue, under the leadership of Mora Gitti, is the Shalomit School of Brooklyn. Shalomit is the only all-girls school from Brooklyn that marches together like one person and one heart. Am echad b'lev echad. Just as we stood together at Mount Sinai and received the Torah over 3,300 years ago. Shalomit's curriculum is focused on what Israel means for each of us. The connection between the land and the people is absorbed by all of our students from pre-1A through the high school. All year
The Celebrate Israel Parade welcomes Shalomit of Brooklyn as you march proudly on Fifth Avenue. Northeastern New York. Excited to be together on Fifth Avenue. We celebrate all of Israel's wonders and miracles. We are also here in spirit with our Partnership Together region, the Eshkol region. The Celebrate Israel Parade proudly welcomes the Jewish Federation of Northeastern New York.
We proudly welcome SAR Academy and SAR High School as they march up Fifth Avenue. SAR Academy and High School, 1,500 students strong. Preschool through high school has marked the parade since its inception. The SAR mascot is the sting, and our t-shirts reflect the sting. Bees coming together. SAR loves how the state of Israel unifies all members of the Israel Nation. Special shout out to Joseph Edelstein and Mrs. Yael Edelstein.
The Celebrate Israel Parade proudly welcomes SAR Academy and SAR High School as we march proudly down Fifth Avenue. Celebrate second year marching on the first Parade. We're so excited. Everyone is united. Taking the pride. We believe in the land of Israel and are proud to support it. Welcome to Nara. We welcome Ilan Cornwell and the Great Kosher Restaurant Foodies!
कोई नहीं
Kosher restaurants.
Check it out! With over 100,000 social media followers, with the largest kosher Facebook group in the world! Accompanying the group are some great kosher restaurants. Check out the Jerusalem Cafe, Kosher in Midtown, and Grill Point in New York City. Rock and Roll Sushi from New Jersey. And catering company Shabbat to Go. We'd also like to thank our friends over at the IWAPA and some of the great Israeli wineries like Cornell, Marcon, and more found on kosherwine.com. Well, check out Great Kosher Foodies.
That's right. Make some noise for Great Kosher.
Riverdale, New York, the Kinneret community, wearing blue and yellow, is happy to be together again, marching in the parade for the 48th time with Hatikva, our song of hope, and your name. Our diverse voices are filled with love for the Jewish people and the land of Israel, a country that brings the past alive with the hope of the future. The Celebrate Israel Parade is proud to welcome Kinneret Day School of Riverdale, New York.
Kinneret Day School is marching in the parade for 50 years.
Stop in your line. Stop. Stop. Be separated. Get too close together.
Once again, the Celebrate Israel Parade is proud to welcome Kinneret Day School and their 15th parade.
Is an international education organization supporting Israel and fighting anti-Semitism for 21 years, educating and empowering students and communities with leadership training, educational programs on hundreds of college campuses, high schools, and middle schools. Despite the many challenges they continue to face, Israelis find countless ways to make the world a better place. Stand with us. Midwood neighborhood of Brooklyn is a conservative, egalitarian synagogue. Come visit our warm, open community. All are welcome. Shalom al Yisrael.
The Celebrate Israel Parade is proud to welcome the Roosevelt Yeshiva of North Jersey and Rabbi Frank. Myself in front of the line. Nursery through 8th grade day school. The best of Bergen County. Proud to be together again. Celebrating Israel stops needs the help. Welcome again to RYNJ, the Roosevelt Yeshiva of North Jersey, the best of Bergen County. And Rabbi Berkowitz is leading the way for RYNJ, the Roosevelt Yeshiva of North Jersey.
Kulanu Biyachad. Shalom is marching up Fifth Avenue. Kulanu Biyachad. And with Shalom Elementary School is Shalom High School. Following in the footsteps of great women before them, Shalom Elementary School and High School. Reach that front seat of hers.
The World Jewish Congress, the first time to welcome the World Jewish Congress, our Jewish on-campus initiative. Join us in amplifying Jewish voices, striving for university action. Jewish on campus, Jewish all the time, powered by Next Gen. March proudly down Fifth Avenue, we need you.
Northwell Health, New York State's largest healthcare provider, is working to change.
Thank you to all those healthcare providers at Northwell Health. You are our heroes.
Thank you to the Kaleidoscope dancers dancing up Fifth Avenue.
Kaleidoscope regularly performs at major theater events in New York and neighboring states. Showing 2018 an opportunity to dream big, become stars, improve talents, and find friends. The celebrators from Parade proudly welcomes Kaleidoscope.
Now walking up Fifth Avenue from high school of Manhattan, grades 5 to 12. The Ramaz School is celebrating its 85th year. It is demonstrating its support for Israel by standing together again. By sending its entire high school and 8th grade on a mission to Israel this week. That's truly what we call standing with Israel. Thank you, Ramaz, for standing with Israel.
And once again, the Celebrate Israel Parade proudly welcomes the Ramaz School, grades 5 to 12, walking down Fifth Avenue.
We're looking for Ms. Lieber. Ms. Lieber and Ramaz School.
Queens is a Jewish day school dedicated to preparing our children to become successful, compassionate members of society and supporters of Israel. Together with our families, we instill our love of Israel that culminates with our 8th grade trip to Israel. We are renowned for our science and math programs and are the reigning Sage Robotics Champions. Welcome to the center of your Jewish life. Traditional, egalitarian, conservative congregation affiliated with United Synagogue in the parade since it began in the 1960s. Provide minyanim, nursery, higher education, youth and senior programs. Excited to be together again on Fifth Avenue.
The New Zionist Congress is spread all over the world. We are a new non-profit Zionist organization run by young people. Hoping to inspire the next generation of Jewish Zionist
dedicated to Israel. We look forward to the final redemption, when we will be able to fully appreciate and celebrate the beauty of our nation together.
Thank you to the volunteers on the side. That's NYCQ.
No crying.
YBH of Passaic, New Jersey. We are an Orthodox nursery through 8th grade school who has been marching in the Celebrate Israel Parade for many years. We are one people who come together from several communities. We love the special sounds of Torah that permeate Israel. YBH is marching proudly.
The Celebrate Israel Parade is proud to welcome the Jewish Foundation School of Celebrate, a K-Tie Yeshiva school in the parade for over 30 years. With family and friends, students at the Jewish Foundation. The Orthodox Israel Coalition, Mizrahi flying the flag for religious Zionism in America, celebrating 120 years. We welcome you to the Celebrate Israel Parade.
And will always be our home. The UMJCA, United Mashadi Jewish Community of America.
תחפש אותי כמו לימון בואי תגלי לי את הסוד ואת הדרך לרקוד איך את מסתובבת מסובבת
Board members, parade chairs, parade staff, dancers and volunteers.
And this is the final of this parade, and so hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this Jewish parade. Bye.